WebArts Modern Experience again. So we will revisit some of what we've been doing with the refactoring of our WebArts experience. We will briefly go over what's live, what's coming, a bit of a recap from last month's session, but we'll also talk about upcoming releases, when we expect to meet you again to introduce you new WebArts, and also give you some updates following up on our call around quick links last month. We'll also introduce you to 3 new WebArts, title, divider, and lists, and then we'll have time to listen to your feedback and suggestions, as well as to go over how the access to the insider versions work. Okay, so today I'll have Marco with me. You've met him before on our last call. He's going to be driving the demo. And I'll start briefly with an overview of what we're trying to achieve with this new modern experience for the WebArts. So for those who weren't here in our last call, I'll just quickly summarize what we've been doing. So we've started with a couple of new WebArts, celebrations and script editor, but we will be expanding the work we've done to the other BindTuning WebArts. The goal here is really to address many of the barriers that confuse content editors, page designers, SharePoint admins when building an intranet. The new WebArts will not only have an updated look and feel, more aligned with out of the box, but also they'll offer added value and functionality on top of what we have already. So features that we'll see coming up in pretty much across all WebArts include data mashup. So what I mean by that is the possibility to save content either on a list, as you've done until now, or in the actual WebArt, as you see with the modern WebArts. Audience targeting, we're significantly improving audience targeting, expanding it to the entire WebArt as well as to the individual items on the WebArt. We'll extend our branding capabilities across WebArt, so you'll see the color scheme of the theme or of the change the look being applied to the WebArt's configuration. File picker, so we'll make it easier for you to link to files or choose pictures with what we call the file picker. It's very similar to what you have out of the box. List picker, so no more knowing the URLs and the paths for your lists in the backend. We'll just present them to you on a dropdown. And I think that's it on what's currently available. What are we working on and that you'll see coming not just to these new WebArts that are out, but also to pretty much all the WebArts we have. Extended data mashup, and for that I mean using aside SharePoint lists and the actual WebArt as the content source, using OneDrive spreadsheets, Google spreadsheets, Google Photos, so a lot of unusual sources when you're building an intranet, but that we believe will be super useful. Social engagement, so likes, comments, all of that across WebArts, probably not all, but those that will make sense. Content bookmarks, so defining what's favorite, what quick links are your favorite, what documents are your favorite, drag and drop ordering, and much more. What have we done so far? So we've released celebrations and script editor earlier in June. It went out for insiders in May. We have a feedback form live. I'll send them. I'll post all the links on the chat in case you want to submit your feedback on these WebArts and you still haven't had the chance to do that. Quick links. We've made it available last month, right? June 30. We made it available for insiders on June 30. It's been live across our entire customer base since July 11. Now, you'll see that with the quick links, everything that I've mentioned so far has been applied, as well as new layouts, right? So we'll keep having the previous layout of the compact quick links, but we're expanding also to more bold layouts for customers to whom this makes sense. Again, feedback form available here should you want to provide further insights to what we've had so far in the last call. What's coming? So today we're launching lists, title, and divider for insiders only. I'll share the feedback form later, but I hope you'll open your mic later at the call and give us your initial thoughts on things. Divide and title will be live for our entire customer base on August 1st, lists on August 15th. A small change to what we had told you the last call, but still we're on the fast track to get them to you. Coming up next, image gallery. We will confirm later these dates, but I hope you'll join us on August 24th to see this preview. And then in September, we'll start to address calendar, which I think is going to be favorite for many of our customers and partners who have been asking for feedback for new features to be implemented here. Okay, quickly moving to quick links. We want to make sure you feel heard on the suggestions you're sharing. And based on that, I'll let you know that I want you to know that the file picker, we've confirmed that it supports organization assets library. So that's a yes, you're good to go. We've also implemented support for full width section for the quick links, something you also shared on the last call. What's currently under consideration still to be planned, but we've thought this was a great feature. On the data source, you requested that we could change between saving the webper to saving the list and actually be creating a list from links that are already included in the webper and the other way around. So we're considering this, we're studying how we're going to do it, but you can expect more news on this soon. Known issues. So not everything has been perfect in our journey towards this new modern experience. And after we launched Quick Links last 11th July, some customers have reported small issues when upgrading to the latest available version of Quick Links. The first and most common that has been fixed in a new version of the webper that will be launching soon. I don't know, maybe Mark will give us more detail on that. Is related to a failed connection to the list that the customer have previously defined. To fix this, we are asking the customer, we've asked the customer to reconnect to the list, right? Save it again. And that's pretty easy with the new version of the webper, right? Because we have the list picker that allows you to just immediately identify the list that was there before, but we're hoping that this is corrected and made easier for those that are still upgrading to this version. The other issue that that has been reported was some kind of inconsistency when we're upgrading to a version, then downgrading it, and then upgrading again. We don't recommend you do this, okay? What we suggest is that you upgrade with enough time in a separate site collection just to make sure you're aware of what's the different configurations are, and then you upgrade your entire tenant if you're happy with the result, if you're confident that you have the time to make smaller adjustments if that's required. Marco, I don't know if you have anything else that you want to add here.
No, just to say that tomorrow we will be releasing some web part with some bug fixes, and one of these issue was already identified by us. So, and we already fixed it, but we are not 100% sure if we are covering all possible scenarios. But yeah, tomorrow the quick links will have a new release with this fix.
Good. So this is part of the process, right? That's why we're so eager to have you let us know how the things are going, how your testing is going, because that gives us time to fix things quickly. Okay. Okay, so now on the new webpers that we're launching today, title, divider, and lists. Let me start just with a quick sum up of what we're bringing and what we're adding to the table here. These two fresh new webpers are only available for SharePoint Online Modern. They're simple to use add-ons that will make content structuring and page navigation easier for users. So title will allow site admins to effectively label sections, quickly identifying and navigating to content while also ensuring a unified internet experience. This is most critical when you're using out-of-the-box and BindTuning webparts, right? Also, the title will adhere to your corporate branding guidelines, and it will extend that experience to the content area, not just header and footer, as we've sometimes seen. The divider. Sorry, is there a question? No, I guess no. Okay, no worries. The divider. It will visually separate or group content blocks, allowing admins to choose how they're wanting to how they're wanting to style the divider, so and to color the divider, always aligning with branding guidelines. And Marco will show this in soon, so you'll see what I mean by this. But again, two very simple webparts that we think are useful in structuring content. Finally, lists. So lists is an evolution of filters, one of the most popular BindTuning webparts and my personal favorite. Who in the audience is using filters? I want to see raised hands. We know it's a difficult one, right? It's a difficult webpart to configure. Okay, so we usually recommend using it to manage projects, events, suppliers, um, lots of different lists, right? Or content within lists that you can structure within lists. With the new lists webpart, you will be able to build these directories in a more intuitive way with appealing interfaces that make access to data easier. As a site admin, you will be able to define which columns you want to define as filters, which columns you want to give users the possibility to filter for, as well as define the ordering or the sorting of the information there. This is also power that we're giving to the end user, right? So the end user will also be able to do that. All of this while trying to keep alignment with branding, right? Okay, so I'll hand over to Marco now. I think it's better if you see things live. Marco, do you want to take it away?
Yes, thank you, Francisca. So we have here on our demo environments, and I will start to show you the divider and the title web parts. So we have here, to separate these two sections, we have an instance of the new divider web parts. So if I go to edit mode and just show you how you can configure this. So it's very simple. We have a few layouts available, and also we can control the stroke and the width that the web part will fill. And we have the line, simple line. You can also change the color, or you have the dashed, the dotted, double line, double dashed, and double dotted. And it's pretty much it. You can just put on any section, and you will have these two blocks separated. And yeah, you can control the stroke, and you can control the size. So this is very simple. And the other one is the title, which is very simple also. So as you see here, we have our title web parts. So we are just give a heading to this block. And if you go to edit mode, you will face similar layouts of course, you can choose the title here. And you have 9 layouts. So I just going to pass one by one, just so you can see all the differences. And of course, you can choose the color, and we can control the font size, and we can control if the alignment, if it's to the left, to the center, or to the right. And yeah, for the title and divider web parts, I'm going to show you the lists web part. As Francisca said before, it's an evolution of our filters web parts, and it's a very good web part to represent lists. So as you can see here, I already have the list web part configured, and I will show you all the features or the functionalities. So the first thing you must do is to just pick a list from our sites, from the current site or from another site. Pick the list, and after choosing the list, the first thing that we want to do is to configure the layouts. So here we have the tabular as a list layout. We have also a compact list, and we have two cards layouts, the compact and the normal one. So each layout, we can configure it in different ways. So if I go to configure this one here, I have a button here, and I can say, okay, I have an image, so I can just pick the column where the image is. So just pick your image column. And then we have this tag field here that we can also link or map. And then we have the title here that we also can map to any column. If I just choose the title, I can just put the country, and if I click save, so here we change the value, and I'm going to put the title again. And so let's say, sorry, country as a tag, and the title as a title. And here we have another field that we just map to the supplier type, and we also can have a checkbox that says, okay, I want to see the column value, but I also want to see the column name. So if I check this one and click save, let me see. I think this feature is not yet deployed to this demo. Sorry, but it's already implemented, but not for this demo. And we can add other fields. So let me just click another field, and okay, let's go for email, and just save. And now we have the email. So this is, we can also change the order of the fields. Let's say I want email to be the first thing. I just going to put email here after the tag. And if you click save, we have we have the information in another position. So, okay, let's remove email again, save, and go to the other layouts. And this is also being under development right now, but you can see it's a compact card layout with the same configurations, the same thing. And then we have the lists. So here we can add all the columns that you have on your list. I'm just going to add more. So country, email, and phone, save, and we have the information shown as a list. So the other thing that we can do here is to be able to sort, and we can choose the criteria to sort. Let me just sort by title, and we can switch here, or also it works also if you click on this column here. The other thing is the ability to filter. So For that, we need to configure. So we have a section here to configure the sorts. So this is, you can choose if the users will be able to sort or not, and you can choose the default sort criteria. And for filters, it's similar. We also can choose if the users can filter or not. And here we can choose if we show the filters as drop-downs, as you see here, or as buttons, as you see here. And okay, I have a lot of filters here. Maybe I just want to show as a panel. And if I choose to show as a panel, then after clicking here, we can have this panel here, which is more easy to see all the information. So, okay, let's sort by supplier type. I will say manufacturer. And fruits, I don't know. Yeah, we have one match here. So you can use this panel here to filter. I will clear all, close, and how can we add filters? We can add filters by just the same way. We have fields here, and we can add another fields that will be filterable. So the other thing that we allow is to choose what you a call to action. So you can just if you have a link on a column, you can just map your link to this section here, and you actually will have a link. So then you can open the link on the a new window, on the same window or in the model. So if I click here, it will open the link for this one here and show the contents. So I think I covered all scenarios here. So I'll get back to you, Francisca.
Okay, thank you. Let me just, okay, so we're opening up for comments and feedback, but I know we have some questions on the chat. So first question, will the new title use theme font?
Yes, the new title will inherit the theme font. Yes.
Okay. Is it supported paging number? And Ali, I think you refer to the lists web part here, right? Because I know this was a requirement for a long time.
Yeah, maybe for the list web part, and at the moment we don't have paging.
Okay, so we'll take note of that again as a requirement, and next call we'll give you an update on that. Okay, Ali. Okay, what else do we have? So, any plans to make webparts collapsible, like SharePoint allows for certain section layouts?
I don't think so.
So Anthony, can you? Sorry, I was going to ask Anthony to elaborate a bit further on that.
Yes, please.
All right, so like in order to have like the number of web parts we want on a page, they take up so much space that the page becomes really long. I'd love to be able to, like, if a user wants to see what's in that web part, they can click it just like a collapsible section and it'll open it.
Yeah,
I think
so
that'll allow for more organization.
So the on the modern page you already have, so you can put our web parts on inside a drop down, a collapsible section, but our web parts don't do that.
I only asked because we tried to use it on like I forgot what that section layout is called, where there's a column all the way on the right side. That one does not support it, and that's where I want to use it. That's what I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah, but I think, and Marco, correct me if I'm saying something wrong, but our web parts, when they're placed in those collapsible sections, they also go away, right? So it's less about our web parts, more about what Microsoft is allowing us to do, right?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Okay, I don't think I'm missing any question. Any feedback and suggestion on the three web parts we've shown today? Don't be shy. Or question if there's something you want us to see again or to have us demo again.
Yeah, hi, this is Kruti. It is great to see um, web parts like title and divider, which we have kind of been using as a workaround with the accordion web part with no content so that we can get a title. Um, but I wanted to ask, is there a plan that these web parts can be supported in like on-prem SharePoint 2019? Because as you know, we are currently on that version. Thank you.
For now, we don't support the SharePoint on-prem 2019, but we have plans to, and we are studying a way to just make them available to the SP 2019, but not yet.
We'll keep you posted, Kruti. You'll hear from us if they become available. I know it would be a great add-on.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Thoughts? Questions? Oh yeah, David. I'm sure I was waiting for your ideas. I'm seeing your comment now. Yeah, you're a big contributor to BindTuning evolution. So looking forward to have you test those. Okay. When and how to migrate. And well, for the title and divider, I think you can use those freely. They're very simple web parts and they're not an evolution of anything, right? So they're new. I'll show you in a second how you access these versions, just for those that this is the first time on the call. I think, Marco, where we should be most cautious about is the lists, right?
Yes.
Because if you have an existing filters configuration, then the upgrade to the new lists can be harder, right?
Yes. So as you said, divider and title, you don't have to worry about this. But if you plan to migrate from filters to lists, those who already know the filters web parts, maybe you can ask where is the template list. Well, we don't use a template list here because we control the layouts the way that I've shown to you before. So all of your template configuration will be lost. Of course, we will just try to adjust your previous configuration to the best fit for this one. But as you can understand, it will not be the same. And we already had some issues regarding the migration from the quick links from the previous version to this one. So I recommend you to just try this. Avoid to at this moment because we will generate these new web parts today for your account. Maybe within a few hours will be ready on your account. And I recommend you to just use it in a test environment and avoid to upgrade from the filters. Because you are still working on that. But as you understand, if you migrate from filters to the list web part, you will lose some configurations. Yes.
Yeah. Still, if you're starting fresh, if you've never used filters because it was too complicated, then I definitely recommend you start using lists. You'll see a big improvement on usability. Okay. Any questions? Just reach out to support@bindtuning.com and we'll join you on a call and make sure the process goes smoothly. Okay. Okay, last but not least, how are you accessing Insider version? So everyone who is registered to become an insider, I've contacted individually explaining how and where to access the products, right? Criteria for this is you need to have an active BindTuning account with an active product, right? You'll see a label of insider. I think it's an orange label, right, guys? Yeah. You'll see that popping out on your web port. you'll need to have an active subscription. If you are a BindTuning partner, that license will be that version, that insider version will be made available on your partner account. If you are a customer with an active subscription with us, then you'll have it added to your current subscription. Okay, compatible with teammates. So we had lots of people asking if they could also have access to the product. If you have a BindTuning account, but the products from your organization are not in your personal account, you'll still need to switch contacts to your account holder so that you can access this insider version. But I've emailed you all independently if that was your case. Okay, another important thing. All previous versions will keep being available, right? So if you don't like the experience and you want to go back, you can go back. Only concern is, Marco, right? Upgrading again can be tricky. So okay, and that's all from us. Sorry for being 5 minutes over time. Any final comments, questions? No. Okay, feel free to chat. Okay, ask anything on the chat. We'll keep the chat open should you want to add anything else, and I'll send the survey for you to give us further comments and feedback on everything we're launching. Thank you very much for attending, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.